scouring to about trying to find the next player that can come in to make an impact at the NBA level. Hunt above the rim. Deonte Burton got that all started by driving to the hoop and being aggressive. Setting the table for his teammates.
6 straight points scored by Dario Hunt.
Watch for Story coming off the screens, number 34. Right-hand side, there he is.
10 to shoot, 4-second differential.
Burton
Nails a tough shot. That's why he was the WAC player of the year.
NBA type shot.
Muscala. Air ball in Nevada ends a great 20 minutes of basketball. It started with Ulrich Chiz. It finished with...
So that game again approaching halftime, 26-21. Meanwhile, Nevada up 13 on Bucknell. Deonte Burton, 4 points for the Wolfpack. We're back in a moment.
And Hunt, a great job of making Muscala shoot over him.
24 and White, lifts the ball. He's the guy I want to see make shots.
Some huge games. Great against the Pac-12. 31 in a win over Washington. 28 in Tempe in a win at Arizona State. And Deonte Burton.
Look at the balance right there. Just pogos into that jump shot. Balance, control, strength, accuracy. Deonte Burton, player of the year in the WAC.
Mark, I want to ask you about him. I saw him at the Oral Roberts game. He ended up with 17 in that win at Tulsa over ORU. But he was 4 of 10. But he didn't get frustrated or anxious. He just kind of played the game. He didn't let the game get crazy on him.
It's called leadership and patience. You know, the great scorers are the guys who understand how to get everybody involved, and then they understand the moment. And Deonte Burton, we saw the moment in the first half, the last shot, and that last possession as well.
Wow, Enoch Ando doesn't play that much for Bucknell. Panzer hit a 3 against ORU.
Burton with a jump shot, Burton with a rebound, Burton with an assist. You think he's turned it up a little bit?
And back to 12.
Into the game, holding the basketball at the top, playing with 3 fouls. Shep guarding him. Burton elevating, and he buries it.
See, I tell you what, he goes for a long time, and all of a sudden, got a little bit of daylight, got some... Kind of got crosswise with the officials, and a lot of little things bothered, but he tried to take it out on that play.
Oh, my goodness. He's going to go to the free throw line.
Look at the look on his face. It's like, hey, man, watch it.
Oh, wait a second. They called a foul on him on the clear out. I believe.
Coach Carter's going wild, and justifiably so. Look on his face. It's like, hey, man, watch it.
Oh, wait a second. They called a foul on him on the clear out. I believe.
Coach Carter's going wild, and justifiably so. I wish you... Coach Carter... Other defensive players rotate.
Whistle before the shot, a foul on the floor, and David Carter is incensed. Carter wanted a shooting foul. Game.
Yeah, I would say the only difference is that the Dogs are going to have to get more scores.
Whoa. Burton fighting Hunt for the flush.
I thought Wills was going to take the...
out on the floor. And he'll go to the back. Burton with 17 on the shot. Burton hits the brakes and cans the jumper.
Again, he got the defense backpedaling, then went into his shot. But Foster, again, the X factor. The man has been unbelievable.
Now Burton trying to answer. Splits the D. What a move with the left to tie it up.
Dogs are doing a good job, too, of getting the ball.
Trying to lead a New Mexico State comeback. They were down by double digits for a good portion of the first half as Nevada shot lights out. But the Wolfpack have not yet scored here in the second half. Burton tries to change it and does.
And he's the guy who can score in bunches. He can score from the three-point line, penetrate. Excellent job on the dribble handoff there. Only 1 for 7 in the first half.
Mullings dribbled the ball off his foot. Burton, with the defense getting back, didn't have an advantage. He'll reset.
Burton has had a couple of huge games this year. 28 at UNLV, 31 against Washington. He's a hard guy. He's a hard guy to guard because he's big, he's physical. He can shoot the basketball with range. Perfect pull-up jumper, doesn't get too deep in the lane, and that's a hard shot. 15 feet off the glass on the move.
You mentioned those two big games against the very best opponents, so against the top-level competition, this kid, just a sophomore, native of Los Angeles, has come up huge for Nevada.
Teams have really been defending him in different ways now. He's faced box and one. He's faced safeguarding in the backcourt, and then he's holding it.
Part of this huge New Mexico State front line, one of the biggest teams in college basketball. Crossover move, and Burton, what a shot.
Arguably one of the best one-on-one players in the country. Can create a shot at any time. Got enough separation against the smaller LaRoche users' athleticism to go up over the top of him. Dave, if you're Bonjasi, and I know he was open there in the corner, but if you fumble that basketball, sometimes pick it up and get it back out. And here we see Deonte Burton just rejecting the on-ball pick and roll, gets the separation on the crossover, and hits the mid-range jumper. Just a smooth play. I've been really impressed. I did one of their games earlier this year against University of Washington, where he hit a big three in transition to tie the game and send it to overtime. Got overlooked by a lot of the Pac-12 schools. An LA kid, probably should be playing at USC or UCLA.
This time can't finish inside. The move we've seen him use successfully a couple times tonight, 3 times in fact tonight, twice against Hunt. Burton inside the floater, drops.
She stopped short and pulled up and
The game brought to you by Geico. In just 15 minutes, you can save 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO.
what was great about that play was he didn't take the charge. He pulled up short, went over a much bigger man in Clifford, and was able to get that ball down. He elevates so well. What a great touch.
All right, no.
Or they trap.
This is Burris now to Burton. 13 on the shot clock for Nevada. Burton. A high arcing three. He got it and the foul. Wow. And that makes it a 5-point game, and Burton's going to go to the line to try and complete that play.
Did you see how high he got up? And I'll tell you, Payne was right there with him. He found him. This is a good call.
It looked like he kept that ball in his hand, and maybe a beat gets Utah State on the board.
They like a lot of ball screens.
Burton open. He'll try another three-pointer, and this time Deonte Burton